left my campsite this morning in Ozark National Forest. I was heading down to Ouachita National Forest and found another, what looked like to be a cool camp spot. It said it was about 2.5 hours away, but that was taking highways, and I'm trying to avoid those as much as I can. So the route that I picked kind of took me over the top of the Ozark Forest and down a bunch of scenic parkways and just back 2-lane roads. So it ended up being, well, what was supposed to be about a 4.5 hour drive. With me driving as slow as I do when there's no one behind me, that would have been like probably 5.5 hours easy with a couple of stops here and there. But as I was going through, on the way there, I came across what is called Magazine State Park, I think. And the name just looked interesting to me. And on the way into Arkansas, I stopped and got a couple of books. And this lady gave me a state park book. So I looked it up, and it happens to be the high point of Arkansas. So I'm not a high pointer. I'm not looking for high points. But I was like, well, I just did the last 2 high points in the last states that I was in. So why not check this one out? It does happen to be a 45-minute drive away, but I've got really nowhere to be. So I figured, why not? So it's kind of on the way, kind of not. And but I figured I'm so close, why not check it out? I'm not sure if I have to hike to that point or not, or if it's going to be somewhere that I can drive up to. So either way, I'm going to check it out. And fortunately, the weather's starting to get cloudy. I've had a few raindrops hitting the windshield, but I'm going to go anyway. So I'm towards the top, or near the high point, but I've got to get on a trail and figure out where to park. But I came across this bluff overlook, and it's just a cool stone pathway. The Jeep is up there, and it just turned into some amazing weather. It's still a little murky out there, but the view is still incredible. Down here is another view on the other side. This one looks like it's way less obstructed. Oh yeah. Look at that cliff face. That is pretty, that is cool. And then look at that view. One of those places that you want to launch your drone, but you can't because you're in a state park and most don't allow you. However, on the way up here, I launched the drone outside of the airspace of this place, a couple of miles away before I entered the park, and kind of went the other way. But I just couldn't resist launching it up and just checking the area out. And since I was able to, I did. Trail to get up to the high point, there's 3 of them, but none of them have parking near them. So there's actually this huge lodge towards the top, so I just parked there. Gonna go down here, get up the trail, and I think it's 0.6 miles from there. So there it is, the high point of Arkansas, 2753. And the cool thing about this marker, let me see if I can get far enough away here, is this stonework that you're looking at, they've done in the shape of Arkansas. And where I'm at right now is the high point marker for the state. So that's really neat that they made something out of it and more than just a plain marker. So I thought there would be more of a view up here, but there isn't. It's just trees. You can't actually see anything. So I'm going to go back down to an overlook that I passed, thinking that I could get the same view from up here and check that out. But I got to that bluff overlook just in time because it is starting to get pretty cloudy and dark. So I'm going to make my way down. It was 0.72 miles to the lodge. I jogged most of the way up here just for some exercise. So I'm going to cool down for a few more minutes and then head out of here. And that makes 3, but I seriously doubt there's going to be a whole lot more. The further west I go, the harder these are to get to the top of, and I'm not up for hiking miles and miles to get to high points. But anyway, it was cool that I saw my 3rd one. And this place has some really nice lookouts. It's really nicely done. I wish it was a bit clearer, but it is still an absolutely amazing view. Almost along the side of the road. I noticed it above the road, but had to come down and check it out. And then this was on the other side of the road. Looks like I am pretty much the only one here, so I get to pick where I'm gonna sit. That spot back there looks pretty good. This looks even better, but it's on a decline. All right, I'm the only one here, so I guess I could. And there's the Jeep in the road, and I guess I could back up right here and then have the picnic table to use, and the breeze feels amazing. It is the perfect temperature to be out here. I don't know if the water's high but trees are pretty deep underwater. So this would be the view for site 1, and the breeze coming off the water might make this a winner. I'll show you the other site, which is on the other side over here. So that's the view at the very end here, and you got all the little islands out there. And I didn't realize this lake was so big, but it is a huge lake attached to the forest. So this is actually, I could make this a site too, and I kind of like the view better. It's more open, and I could park right here. It's just at a little bit of an angle, up or down. And then I would have the picnic table again. I'm not going to burn tonight, but yeah, that would be my view. And then the other site is right over here on a more level area, and it's great to have options. This is why I love coming this time of year and then the middle of the week, because it's very rare to have more than like one neighbor at this time of year. I think I'm gonna go for the B option. It's just so wide open. And this is nice too, but I just like being out there in the open a bit more. So I think that's it. I am gonna circle the Jeep around and park right there, and there you can kind of get a view of how unlevel it is. And I could try to level it, but it's one night and I don't think I'm gonna worry about it, so sorry about that. So yeah, man, what a night this is. It is just incredible. The sky's still blue, the sun just started going down, and I think if the wind doesn't get too much worse, I'm gonna launch the drone just to take a look around. Yeah, I'd say that the water is just a little high. So as you can see, I am leaning back. Actually, it looks worse on camera than it is, but it is still leaning backwards, which is no big deal. It's going to be for one night. I did put right there logs underneath both back wheels, even though I've got my emergency brake on, because it can possibly roll back. It'll hit that tree, but it would be a bad thing regardless. But yeah, of all the nights that I've stayed somewhere and all the cool places that I've seen, this is the one place that I could definitely stay 3 or 4 nights. And actually, I'd probably want to leave by Friday, because I'm sure it gets pretty busy here over the weekend. But this is on my list of places to come back midweek if I'm ever in this area, and I'll stay Monday to Thursday or something, because this is awesome. I'm supposed to be at my buddy's tomorrow. I want to be there. I want to spend as much time with them as I can, because I only see them a couple of times a year. So I'm not going to postpone that, even though I could. But of all the places that I've been, this is the one I actually want to stay at for quite a while. I mean, come on. Look at that view. It's amazing. So anyway, I'm going to get all set up. I'm going to really enjoy this breeze and just take it all in. just incredible out here. And the sun's going down, it's starting to get dark. I just told my buddy I'm going to be a little bit later than planned tomorrow, because when I get up, I'm going to want to make my coffee here at the table and definitely ease into the day before I start my 7-hour plus drive down there. It says 7, but since I drive slow, or slower, and in the right-hand lane on the highway and stuff like that, I'm just going to give myself time to not really push it. In the meantime, I still haven't made dinner yet. I've been making video. I launched the drone. That was super cool. Got some good shots, and gonna set up dinner, which will probably just be a can of soup. Sit out here until it gets chilly, maybe even longer. As long as the bugs stay away with the breeze, I'll be okay. And just roll down the windows and listen to the birds outside and have the breeze blowing through the Jeep. It's going to be a really nice night. Alright, the Jeep is all loaded up and ready to go. I woke up about 6:30, 7 o'clock, got my coffee made, and then it started raining on me, so I had to throw everything inside real quick. But while it let up, I went ahead and put everything where it needed to be in the Jeep so that I could get moving. I'm going to leave earlier than I thought I would, just because I had to push myself a little bit to get the Jeep loaded up since I wasn't sure if it was going to rain, and give myself more time to get to Texas. So it was a nice stay, and I will definitely put this on my list of places to come back to. And if I haven't already, I will post all the coordinates and where this location is in case you're interested.